I am CEO of Parley Pro. I'm not a founder. I've been on my job for about 2 years. Parley Pro is a contract lifecycle management platform. We help every stage of the contracts, from creation to negotiation to signature to post-signature management. We serve the entire organization. We help people to have a relationship with the contract that is appropriate to their function and appropriate to the stage of contract. We are optimized and we sell to in-house legal department that may be lawyers or that may be other legal professionals.
You have this tremendous background across working with a lot of different types of startups. It looks like you've you've done TED Talks, you've been in the legal world. How did you end up becoming involved in Parley Pro? Knowing also that Parley Pro, I feel like it's a woman-led organization, right? Female founders. And how did you get incorporated with them, or how did you get involved with that from the onset?
Yeah, so the two founders, the former CEO is a woman, the CTO is a man. So it's what I call an equal opportunity organization. So the founders have done a fantastic job building state-of-the-art technology in the first 5 years. And other than polishing it since I've joined, I can't take a credit for that. That is what they did. Legal is a very challenging field, and they are technologists and business professionals. They had it from the day one. They knew that they will need to kind of augment the team one way or another. The former CEO will tell you a story that she contacted me on a year 1 or 2. And she will also tell you a story that I never responded. I will tell you a story that she might have written to a girl named Olga, but it wasn't this Olga. Because I tend to be really excited about startups. I've been mentoring, advising all kinds of startups for now a long time. Many of them had exits, many of them didn't. I love startups. And more importantly, the reason she was getting in touch with me is because as I was going through my, tech lawyer career, I sort of care about the future of law and have written quite a lot and spoken about it. Before pandemic, I was speaking 3 to 5 times a week about this topic to all kinds of audiences and done quite a few things. So, and I believe that the future of law in-house is very important because I've seen the rise of in-house lawyers away from law firms in my lifetime. And this is something, I deeply cared about since I almost right away when I graduated from law school. It was not part of my job. I was having these conversations, doing like 2 columns a week for no other reason because other than I love it. Basically I was doing what I'm paid to do today for free for about 15 years before I got to be paid for it. And it was, I tell my husband that was my mistress on the side, because my job gave me a lot of things, but it didn't give me everything. And instead of quitting my job, I got a mistress on the side. And so that hobby and that kind of exposure and notoriety and conversations with in-house lawyers and kind of putting out content in different platforms, before sort of, the term influencer was coined or, I was doing for a long time. And that's why, they approached me. On the year 5, the founder was reluctant to approach me, and then she asked the investors to approach me. And at the time, they realized that now that they built this product, they really should be making sure that the rest of the industry knows about it. And that somebody like myself would be helpful. And that's when I heard from the investors. And as you know, when investors ask you to have lunch, you don't usually say no. So I said yes to that. And they asked me if I ever thought about being the CEO. My answer to that, I know exactly how to do that. You drive to Sacramento, you incorporate Olga Inc., and voila, I'm the CEO. So I know how to do that. And they said, no, it's a real company. And I said, please don't tell me it's a legal tech company. And the reason I'm skeptical, because historically legal tech has been really tough and resistant to change, and investors have been actually frankly biased against it. I've advised many projects, they compared to non-legal tech projects, they have been really hard. As an industry, very hard industry. So I was very skeptical. So, as a favor to investors, I met with the founders, and I saw the product. And, before I joined, we talked for about 6 months. For me, it wasn't an easy sort of, yes, happy to join. I was a very happy lawyer, and I was doing my part as someone who was speaking to the industry, advocating for various changes, very passionate about it. And I had a lot of impact. I got to the point where, I asked myself, do I want to keep talking, or do I want to start building? And I think that's a pivotal moment in if you want to have an impact. Talking and writing is a lot of work and hard, but doing and building in a hard industry in uncertain circumstances. I've become a CEO, the first time CEO, right after pandemic hit. So not only did I not think I would be a CEO ever in my entire life, I would have never wished for myself to be one during the biggest pandemic of modern history. So what really makes it all possible is an exciting and it is still very much an early stage startup, is the fact that in my mind, I'm building the future of law. That is the exciting part. I deeply care about it, and I think contracts is just a big, massive opportunity in that future of law thing.